Thank you, Mayor Bing, and thank you for bringing integrity back to the mayor's office and for your leadership and stepping up to the mantle when no one else did. So thank you. Enjoy your vacation, much-deserved vacation, and we'll see you soon. I think Mayor Bing took all my talking points, though. So I'd like to set the framework, set the stage today. Secretary Perez did a great op-ed today in the Detroit News that talked about Detroit being such a great city historically and all of our many challenges that we face today. And he also talked about the fact that we've always come back, though. And we've come back through our innovative and creative ways of doing things here. And the partnerships are very, very important. The mayor talked about all of the funding that's being directed towards Detroit right now. So let me just set the stage just a bit. Understanding the challenge, we understand that to build Detroit, it means that we have to build Detroiters. We all know about all of the many infrastructure projects that are coming to Detroit, all the skilled trades that we're going to need, and the fact that we don't have enough to meet that demand. So as we look at the landscape and see the talent demand that's here right now, and the Detroiters that we service every day, how are we going to be sure that they are exposed to these opportunities and qualified and ready and prepared? So Hire Detroit, what is Hire Detroit? It's really just an awareness campaign. We want to track and monitor 25,000 unemployed, qualified Detroiters that move into jobs in 2014. We're going to need the help of each and every one of you to do that. Why is that important? As the mayor mentioned, our unemployment rate is 16.2%. That represents about 55,000 unemployed individuals, but we also know those are people that are documented. We know that many people unemployed in the city of Detroit are not represented in that number. The number is probably twice that. And why is it important? Obviously, to boost the local economy. The more Detroiters that work, the more income taxes that are paid, the more property taxes that go into the coffers of the city of Detroit that can deliver the services to the citizens. And 139 square miles, this is a big city, requires a lot of services. How will we do it? The work that we do every day at Detroit Employment Solutions. We meet with our employer partners. They are our primary partner. We assess what the demand is here in Detroit. And with that information, we go about preparing the talent here in the city of Detroit. We have an array of services and programs and funding streams. We can provide supportive services to individuals that may need assistance with transportation or childcare or wardrobe. We have many, many resources. We have training programs, individual training accounts. We can customize training for our employers. We have a lot of flexibility. And we need to leverage these public dollars and programs with all of the private services and programs that we have in Detroit. We have actually come a long way. We used to be pretty disconnected, but in recent years, we've realized that these resources are scarce, and we need to leverage and partner and be innovative and not do things how we used to do them 10, 15, 20 years ago. We need new solutions. So let's just talk about the challenges for just a moment, which we all know about. So unemployment, that's the focus today. And for those of us that live, work, and play and worship here in the city of Detroit, we deal with these challenges every day. But for people who are unemployed, these challenges become magnified when you don't have income, when you don't have resources, when you struggle to figure out how you're going to provide for your family. So let's talk about blight for just a minute. So again, 139 square miles, about 20 to 25% of our land is vacant. We've got about 80,000 abandoned properties, and our median housing value in Detroit is about at $72,000, which is half that of the state's. But help is on the way. The mayor mentioned all of the funding that's being directed at Detroit right now, $157 million. We have a new blight authority, and they're going to demolish those 78,000 structures and clear 91,000 lots. Then there's education attainment. 68% of Detroiters without a high school diploma are unemployed and do not participate at all in the labor force. Our high school graduation rate is about 65%. Our dropout rate is totally unacceptable. But we're working in this space. Let me hit the right clicker. United Way is doing great work towards high school graduation rates. In 2014, their goal is to bring that rate up to between 72 and 85%. Excellent Schools Detroit, a partner of ours, they have their 90-90-90 campaign. We expect 90% of our young people to graduate. We expect 90% of them to go to college or to be in quality training, and we want 90% of them to not need remediation. The Education Achievement Authority, they've taken over the poorest performing schools in the city of Detroit. It's a state-run authority. They have many, many innovative programs and ways to teach our young people, and we're expecting great results. Another one of our partners, Wayne County Community College, some of the highest enrollment numbers that they've seen in years, 70,000. Our K through 12 partners, we now understand that it's important to make sure that our young people have the information that they need to make career choices and figure out what their pathways are. Maybe four-year college institutions are not viable options. Maybe it's a two-year associate's degree. Maybe it's an apprenticeship. Maybe it's vocational training. And 51% of our young people in the city of Detroit are now in charter schools. That's unheard of. That's one of the highest numbers across the country. So what is that outcome going to look like for us, and why? What is the perception? We have 15 districts here in the city of Detroit. There's no other place that has so many different school districts. So we're really going through a lot of changes with our education institutions. And then there's poverty. About a third of our families live in poverty. 49% of our working age population, they're not working. But we have many programs. Our Temporary Assistance for Needy Families, PATH program, we're working every day with individuals that receive public assistance, trying to get them trained, trying to get them on career pathways and into sustainable employment. Working closely with the Department of Human Services. Pathways to Potential, we're in 80 schools, not only touching the parent, but touching the young person, making sure that they know about all the resources that are here and available in the city of Detroit. And Reading Works, dealing with our literacy issues here in Detroit. Mass transit, transportation, a huge issue. We don't know how to get from point A to B here in Detroit. 61% of Detroiters work outside of the city of Detroit. 25% have no private transportation. Only 9% of Detroiters use public transportation. So what are we going to do about this? Well, the work has started. $165 million investment. Our Regional Transit Authority is up and moving, $500 million investment. These are huge numbers. Our M1 rail system is about to go up Woodward, 3.3 miles, $139 million. These are real dollars. This is economic development activity. How are we going to ensure that Detroiters take advantage of these opportunities that are coming? The Transportation Hub, you'll hear more about that. While we get the Regional Transit Authority up and running, we're going to put together some kind of hub, pick-up and drop-off points, so that we can get young people to and from school and workers to and from their jobs. We heard from our young people that participate in our year-round program that they're not on the buses. They don't take transportation to school. They don't take public transportation to their after-school programs. We have to do something about that. And public safety, one of our biggest issues, of course. We have to address the public safety issues, and Chief Craig is doing just that with many crime initiatives. Public lighting, our Public Lighting Authority, a $210 million investment. We're going to take that 100-year-old lighting system, we're going to decrease the number of lights, we're going to fix those lights that don't work. 40% of our lights currently don't work. That's unacceptable. $30 million investment on our many crime initiatives. We have hired new police officers, new firefighters, new equipment. Thank you for all the private donations that we've received in this area. We could not do it without the foundations and the corporations. And then our city's general fund. Obviously, we have filed for bankruptcy, and we're going to restructure that long-term debt. But there's lots and lots and lots of economic development activity which turns into revenues for the city of Detroit that will assist in providing the services, once again, for the citizens and those of us that live here. Our occupancy rates are up, downtown, midtown, but we cannot forget about the neighborhoods. We had this event here in this community on purpose. We wanted you to come and travel down Myers Avenue. We wanted you to be in the neighborhoods and see what the residents of Detroit see every day. So those are our challenges. We're addressing them every day. There's so much work, exciting work in these areas, but talent is in demand. It's just not true that there are no jobs here in the city of Detroit. Michigan Talent Connect, that's our state system, has over 1,800 jobs posted in the city of Detroit right now. We are working with 6,000 employers in and around Detroit, trying to meet their talent needs. And these are our top growth sectors: healthcare, manufacturing, retail trade, and IT. I would also add to that agriculture and energy. No talent, that's just not true. We see 50,000 job seekers every year across all of our programs. We work with 200 community-based partners. Many of you are in the room today. And we have spent over $50 million in training our customers since 2009. The resources are here. So I know this is a chart that you can't read or see, but I'm just going to go through it briefly. It's our service delivery model. Working with our community-based partners, we get referrals, we talk to job seekers. They come into our system, adults, older youth, young K through 12 youth, in-school youth. We assess them, we train them. Are they ready to be referred to a job, or do they need assistance? Do they need basic skills? Do they need soft skills, the employability skills, what employers tell us every day? Do they know how to walk and talk and show up on time? Do they need the technical training, the hard skills? Do they need an apprenticeship track? We're really focused on apprenticeships here in Detroit, not only the trades, the construction trades, but there are many apprenticeable occupations, working with USDOL and our partners at the State Workforce Agency. And once we place you into that job, we don't turn you loose. We make sure that you're successful. We provide services to not only the job seeker, but the employer, because we want you to be successful if you come from Detroit Employment Solutions. So many collaborations, many initiatives going on right now. Our CARES program, we're in the high schools, getting that information to young people about the careers that are in demand, working with our partners, Focus Hope, Wayne County Community, Schoolcraft College, and some of the EAA high schools and DPS high schools. Our apprenticeship program, DRAP, is busy, and with all of the incoming work with M1 Rail, the Olympia Stadium, all of the blight work, we are busy. On-the-job training opportunities, working with our partners at the state on community ventures, a program that focuses on removing barriers to those that have excessive barriers. Leadership Symposium, we're focused on ex-offenders. How can we help prepare them and get them ready for these jobs of the 21st century? DTE has funded us to do work in the Detroit recreation centers to make sure that there are young people employed, older youth in charge of programming, so that we don't have to shut down any of our recreation centers, something that Mayor Bing has really been committed to. Our Pathways to Potential I talked about earlier, we're in 80 schools. Workforce Intelligence Network, we are one of the partners at the table, community partners and workforce development agencies, seeing how we can meet the talent demand of our employers here in Southeast Michigan. And Detroit Future City, who says that strategically, this is what we need to do. Focus on how we prepare Detroiters over the next 20 to 50 years for the jobs that are in demand. And then the Aspen Institute has funded us to focus on disconnected youth, young people that are not in school nor are they working. And we have one of the largest populations of those young people here in the city of Detroit. So how do you get involved? Be a participating employer, share data with us on individuals from Detroit that you've hired, and we will follow back up in January and give you more information in detail. We don't want to go into too much detail today. That data will remain confidential. We will report out the data in aggregate. And the only one piece of data that's really required is that job title and the number of people that you've hired. So please partner with us. Here is some contact information, which is also in your booklet. I have to do my commercial. Detroit Employment Solutions is the talent you want, the skills you need, and the name to know. So I thank you very much today for listening.